She says
there was reasons why I needed to.
Yeah, see, she says she needed the funds to support her family. Overseas, I was making $4,000 to $5,000 tax-free a month. Living in a $400
It wasn't even that much.
Room.
Okay, Your Honor, there are expenses when you have kids. The money that was coming in, let's just be real, it wasn't enough to support the kids. And on top of that,
wasn't enough to support the kids. How? Because I'm going to keep it real. $5,000 a month.
I had to
tax-free.
It mainly.
This is what I'm trying to understand. Ms. Threlkel, you say you guys were done.
Yeah.
So in other words, these things that he's finding on your Facebook and these indiscretions you're telling him about, this really shouldn't be an issue because in your mind, you thought your marriage was over.
Stuff as it may be.
Yes.
Because you all had an argument about you stripping and you hung up.
Yes, Your Honor. We hung up and we said.
So this Afghanistan veteran learns that his wife cheated while he was away on tour. The guy, thankfully, figures there's something wrong with his daughter. Well, he's not sure if the child is his.
You are Liliana's father.
Well, I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
Because I know she's his, so I would like to work on everything.
Well, ma'am, there's a reason why, because since the day it's happened, since February 2011 to be exact when I found out, there's not been a day that's gone by that I haven't let her not relive the mistakes she made. Period.
I appreciate your honesty. You were owning up to the fact that you would not let the mistake go. You threw it up in her face over and over and over.
2 years.
2
and
years.
I still stayed. No other person would have stayed.
Likewise.
What does that tell you both?
Looks like we're stuck with each other.
I'm not sure she really stayed because she wanted to make up for her mistakes. I'm sure it was about something else. Here's the thing, boys. I'm of the camp that thinks men can openly cheat and still love their wives wholeheartedly. I'm not condoning cheating. It's a painful act, but men are just wired differently. They can cheat and still be loyal to their wife. And on the other hand, when women cheat, I think that's the end of it. That means they've checked out emotionally. It's irreparable. Obviously, don't cheat, boys. You can spin plates, but don't cheat once you're married or in a committed relationship. However, more importantly, never take back someone who cheated on you. Don't be that person. Have some self-respect. In this case, I don't think this woman regrets cheating at all.
For one thing, if you find yourself in a bad situation, now if you're not married, it doesn't matter. You could just walk. But there's exceptions to that too that I'll talk about in a minute. But keep your emotions in check. Never get emotional. Some of these folks are crazy on the other side. You don't know if they're a sociopath, a psychopath, narcissistic. So keep your emotions in check. It will just feed and perpetuate a bad divorce if you react to anything she says or does, all right? So gray rock is my watchword to the guys. Just gray rock it, man. Pass it over to me. You get a nasty text, she says something to you nasty outside the courtroom, let it go, all right? Anything that's really relevant, pass it along to me, but don't start fighting. Always focus on the end game if you're going through a bad divorce. You know, you want to get out of this with your skin, all right? You made a mistake. Somebody wants to take your head off for no fault of yours. Focus on the end game, and that's usually a good.
Jonathan Noble Esquire is a divorce lawyer who has helped countless men leave terrible marriages with their head intact. Here's the thing, gentlemen. Even the nicest lady that you think wouldn't hurt a fly, if given the right circumstances, can turn into your worst nightmare. What are those circumstances? Well, marriage for one.
Don't beat yourself up, all right? More than half of the first marriages end in divorce anyway.
More than half of first marriages end in divorce anyway. Now, tell me you still want to get married. If you're one of the hardcore guys though, one tip Jonathan gave is you should marry someone who's earning as much or higher than you if you plan on marrying in the West. Because if you're the richer one, you're going to have the short end of the stick all throughout the marriage, especially when those divorce papers need to be signed. Additionally, this is just my take. By being the one with the higher income, you're further incentivizing the woman to divorce you in the first place where the odds are already stacked against you. So just be wise, my dudes. This is Matt Walsh, a hyper-conservative going on Reddit to review relationship advice.
Okay, next question. My girlfriend of 2 years went to a party this weekend, and when she came home, she told me that a guy had kissed her, and she pulled away immediately, telling him she had a boyfriend. This morning, she told me that the kissing was mutual and they got in bed together. After more kissing, he pulled her pants down, and that's when she supposedly called it off. Is this cheating? Is this cheating?
I'm just going to assume that the person asking the question is a young guy. Firstly, if you're in a relationship, your girlfriend or wife shouldn't be in the party alone. Ever. That's asking for trouble. In fact, one of the rules that I implore men all the time is to vet women who aren't partygoers. You can sleep with them, but don't put them in a long-term relationship. This woman clearly cheated and went into that party with the intention of cheating. Guys, stop being duped. My goodness, this is so obvious.
It would be hard to get that trust back with her. The really hard part is I live with her. We both just renewed our 1-year lease in the same apartment. We're both broke college kids and would have no way of making other housing arrangements. She's been hysterical all morning, begging me to stay with her. I love her, but how will I trust her again? What do I do? What would you guys do? Okay, you're asking if that's cheating. Yes, that's like the dictionary definition of cheating. Look up cheating in the dictionary, and there's going to be a picture of your girl with this other guy. So actually, don't look it up. That's going to be upsetting to look at.
That's hilarious. College, though. See, this is exactly why I want young men to take the red pill. This guy is so blue, the Smurfs have been looking for him.
But you get my point. How will you trust her again? Well, you won't. You can't. You never will. You could try. You could lie to yourself. Tell yourself that you trust her, but really you don't. You can have a lot of long emotional conversations where you supposedly are working through your issues, and she comes up with all these elaborate explanations about why she behaved the way she did, and it all comes down to it's not really her fault, and she'll tell you about her history, and she'll come up with all this kind of stuff. And you could do all that. You could drag this on for another 2 years if you want, until you break up anyway, either because she cheats again, which you probably will, or because you could never get over the first offense, and you certainly can't see yourself moving to the next stage like marriage when she did this. So you can do that, or you could just break up now. Those are your choices.
Pretty solid advice, because that's exactly what's going to happen. She's going to feign ignorance, blame everything on the other guy. In fact, make you angry about the other guy's actions, and then clear herself from all responsibility. That's narcissistic, manipulative women 101 for you. Man, I think I met too many of them.
Taboo. But in my private practice and among other therapists, we know that as many women, perhaps more, who knows the exact number of men or women who cheat, but they cheat. It's a human thing. It's a choice people make. Women have more to lose when they choose that. When men choose to cheat, they usually still love their wife very much, 56% of the time. When women cheat, that is not true. They are usually checked out of their marriage. And that's what makes it so vital to be able to open that.
Because in more traditional societies, there's a deep shame associated with a woman cheating. It's only recently that this has been deemed a good thing in the West, as if to say it's a mark of a strong, independent queen. I would argue that women cheat a lot more. It's just they're better at it, and they can manipulate people easier, and they have the society on their side to protect them from consequences and responsibilities. The answer to that is the red pill. I could never understand why some men will let their women disrespect them that way. Now, I don't know what the guy probably did, but a girl who acts that way isn't a high-quality woman. Don't let this happen to you boys.
In relationships, you make compromises. There are trade-offs that you make. You adjust your behavior.
Some guy's gonna be compromising when he dates you, for sure. But what are you gonna compromise for him? Nothing?
Yeah, obviously, I'll compromise.
But
some
not going
stuff.
out.
If I want to go have fun with my girls, I want to go have fun with my girls.
I
I'm
think-
not gonna go stay at home at 21 just because a man told me to. Why would I do that? I'm 21. Do I listen to my own dad and mom?
You
Not really.
should.
Not
You
really.
should.
So why am I gonna go listen to another man?
Well, of course not. You're gonna do that when you've hit the wall at 35 and nobody wants you.
There's no such thing as an alpha woman. An alpha woman is simply a masculine female, which the reality is men don't want to date themselves. So alpha women, a lot of times what'll happen is you'll meet a guy, you'll have these qualities of being fairly masculine, competitive, making a lot of money, and then the guy will be like, okay, I'm just gonna have sex with this girl and not take her seriously because...
There you go. There are no alpha females. Alpha in the animal sense is the leader who, well, for a lack of a better phrase, gets what they want. Alpha males are the dudes that get the women both long-term and for casual sex. However, alpha females almost always have trouble with maintaining long-term relationships, not really getting what they want, which is an LTR. Alpha females defeat the definition of the word. Do you catch my drift? It's a weird thing, you know? Beta males will gladly take boss babes and let them walk all over them. However, nobody's really attracted to them because they're simps. Meanwhile, the really attractive men who are at the top are mostly disagreeable men who take no orders from their women. Man, the culture is a confusing maze right now.
Want marriage and family?
Yes, I have the career now.
Okay, do you eventually want marriage and family?
Yeah. And I do know there's a lot of stuff.
I think it's pretty simple. The things that one must do to open that opportunity, which is marriage and family, is not inherently clear to these women due to their societal programming.
Marriageable man or your Instagram? Go ahead.
Marriageable man. My boyfriend already said, for him, I'm going to delete my Instagram soon, actually. Because I see Instagram as just a dating app.
Whoa. Based. Answer. Based, okay. And was that something that you arrived at on your own, or was it kind of...
because, I mean, again, if you're a certain level of attraction, even for girls, even if you're unattractive, you're still going to get guys in your DM. It doesn't matter because we can get a guy easier than a guy can get a girl. And so for me, I want to make him feel like he's the only man. And that comes with making him feel like he has a certain level of status. So I'll gladly delete my Instagram.
Type of a woman that gets married and finds happiness. She's got a good set on her shoulders.
I have a really good friend who, growing up, so her parents got divorced really young, and growing up, her mom told her that her dad cheated on her mom. And then, you know, they refused to talk to the father for years. And come to find out, it was the other way around. She cheated. She cheated. And they didn't have a relationship with their father for years because...
They didn't have a relationship with their father because of a fucking lie. I remember a good friend of mine who grew up never truly understanding why his father didn't have a good relationship with his in-laws. He wondered why they hated him. Years later, now when he was an adult, he learned that his mother lied to her parents, saying she was raped by my friend's dad. The funny thing is, there were 4 of them. My friend and his 3 other siblings. Additionally, the mother turned out to be a pathological liar, and the family became dysfunctional because she cheated multiple times throughout the marriage. It wasn't apparent to my friend the reason why she lied until I pointed out to him. His father got his mother pregnant when they were still in their teens. His mother, being from a rich family, would have been disowned, so to save her skin, she threw my dad's friend under the bus. Don't end up like my friend's dad. Watch for the red flags.
Are you aware of the fact that if you want to attract a man that is higher status, that is attractive, that you would actually like and respect, that you have to change?
Why would I change?
And fucking incredible. Wow.
These women think they're perfect. Jesus friggin' Christ.
Did you cuddle with any of the guys that you hooked up with?
Yeah.
Do you know how touch-starved most men are? Perhaps it was a one-night stand. The guy didn't text you back, but you got sex. You got a cuddle. Most
men today are touch-starved. This is why betas are born, because they think they don't have options anymore. And that's why people like me who write videos like these. Because men need guidance in the world right now, so they're not taken advantage of. Men right now are extremely vulnerable, lonely, and lost.
The fact that you were perhaps dissatisfied or lonely or depressed because of, this your phase of promiscuity, but most men don't even, they can't even get that amount of attention. Most
Men are out of options. It's just easier for women to get sex than men. Well, average men.
He's a 7, but he's rich. What's his new rating?
A 10.
Louder?
A 10, because he might have a good personality, and then he can all.
That was a hard leap, girl.
Man that makes $90,000 a year or a sugar daddy gives you $20,000 a month. Pick one.
Oh, a sugar daddy.
Okay. What about you?
I'll do sugar daddy.
Damn. Okay.
Wait, can you repeat the question?
Sugar daddy that gives you $20,000 a month or a husband that makes $90,000 a year?
Husband? It depends on like how old you are. So like in my 20s, definitely the sugar daddy. But once I hit 30s, like I need a husband.
Well, right.
Ha! At least that girl was very honest.
Right now, at this point in your life.
Sugar daddy.
You'll take the sugar. Oh shit. Okay. What about you?
Me too.
The sugar daddy.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you? The sugar daddy 20K a month.
Definitely sugar daddy.
The sugar daddy 20K per month. Okay. What about
Sugar dad.
you? Okay.
Sugar daddy.
Yeah, okay.
My question is, where did Myron get these girls? These are crazy ones.
Is arrested for allegedly hiring a hitman to kill her ex-husband. He was ambushed and shot 9 times, but incredibly, he's still alive.
9 shots in me. I had, I think, 12 entry and exit wounds.
Barronley was in a bitter custody battle with his ex-wife over their son.
I could deal with a bad wife, but I couldn't deal with a bad mother.
Did you think this was a random attack, or did you think it was something else?
Absolutely not. I mean, from the get-go, I just was wondering who was that my wife had sent to kill me.
What do you want to say to her?
Honestly, I hope she rots in jail for the rest of her life.
Good man. Just look at that behemoth. She was once someone's love of my life. Remember this, boys, the next time you're getting married.
You ever cheat?
Yes.
Was it worth it?
Yeah, it was. It was.
Would you do it again?
Yeah.
That is disgusting. What's happened?
I fancied a chef in work.
So she cheated on her boyfriend with a chef at work.
If he finds out by this like video or whatever, it was on the staff night out. What happens happens. I cheated on you with a chef, Jack. Okay.
Jack, you've got a good name. I hope you have a good head on your shoulders too, and have been red-pilled by now.
This young man showed the world his girlfriend cheating on IG Live today.
Is this my girlfriend? Like, what the fuck? I literally am about to expose her. Dude, what the fuck? Dude, that's not...
This looks totally real. Let's move on to other stuff.
The threat of jail is on hold. It is not over. Carnell Alexander still owes more than $30,000 to the state for a child that's not his, because the mom wrote his name down because she needed to name someone in order to get welfare benefits.
And I had to put him down as the father. That was the only way I can get the system.
Now,
I'm almost homeless. I'm almost in jail. I'm out of work. My money is being threatened to be taken.
That's the kind of situation marriages have in the West right now.
Dude, so one time Vanessa was like,
oh yeah,
I totally, did we ever talk about
He was
that?
ugly though.
He was so ugly, and I was
he
like,
was
babe, what are you
ugly.
doing? But she was like, I want to give him a shot, and then it turned like I knew someone that he knew.
I was trying to not be shallow.
Yeah.
Maybe I just need to go back to being.
Probably.
The ugly ones are just as bad, so you know, at least let them be hot, you know.
Can't be.
I mean, can you imagine the outrage if a guy says this? Actually, not really. Boys, the ugly ones aren't better. Date who you find attractive. Don't date ugly women just because you think they'll compensate their lack of looks with something else, like kindness. Nope. Women are selfish when it comes to dating, and rightfully so.
What if I start a rumor that you're a pedo?
You're literally going to stoop that low to start a rumor that I'm a pedo? That's not even something you joke about.
Yeah. Well, you broke my heart, so now I'm going to ruin your career.
Okay, first of all, I don't even know, like, I'm not scared because I know that's not gonna work. Like, how would you...
How would it not work? How would it not work?
Well, first of all, I'm recording this, so I'm just gonna post it, so everyone knows that you're lying.
Scared. Well, it's just gonna flop like all your other posts. It's gonna get 2 views,
No.
and then you're gonna get embarrassed, and you're gonna delete it, so no one will see it. I'm not scared.
Okay, first of all, this is not gonna flop.
Angry, toxic women will gladly ruin your reputation. That's because it's the only thing they know that can hurt you. They can't really hurt you physically. Well, they can, but very rarely do they resort to that. Instead, what women will do is destroy you socially through reputation destruction.
Is it disrespectful if he likes other girls' bikini pictures?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you post bikini pictures?
Yeah, do you?
Oh, is that not disrespectful to him?
We had an argument, yeah, and I get home to...
What's she done? This.
Because we had an argument.
Show the camera. She posted that why?
Because we had an argument. So I went out with the lads, and I didn't get back until late.
So he cheated.
I did not cheat!
They're laughing like it's not a big deal. Well, anyway, that's all the time we have for you boys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment your thoughts. See you around.